Am I the asshole for refusing to sign a family holiday card where my mom erased my disfigurement? This happened a while back, but I 16F still get disapproval over it. A year ago, I was involved in a car accident that left me with scarring and third-degree burns, including on my face. It's very noticeable, to the point where it draws people's attention when I'm in public. Getting used to it was really hard, but I got through it. Now, my family has an annual tradition of sending holiday cards to people. We always take the same photograph for the cards, the whole family gathered in front of the fireplace, waving and smiling. And we all sign the cards and sometimes add personalized messages. The problem came last year, when my mom excitedly showed me how the card came out. I looked at myself, and instantly saw that she must have photoshopped in my face from before my accident. There was no disfigurement at all. She asked me if I was happy with how it turned out. I was just upset and confused, and might have gotten emotional. It made me feel like she didn't accept what I looked like now. My mom was hurt by my reaction, saying she was sad I didn't appreciate her paying to get my appearance fixed. She said this would be better for me, as it wouldn't lead to people raising questions when they received the card from us. Not everyone we send the card to knows about my accident, since it includes acquaintances and clients from my parents' work. I said that it would be even weirder if we kept sending cards with my old appearance, and then people would get shocked when they saw me in real life. But also, I didn't want to hide what happened to me or pretend it didn't happen. My dad said he understood where I was coming from, but that it would be easier to appease my mom as she had meant it as a nice present to me. My brother, 20 male, was even more upset than me, and I heard him loudly arguing with my parents late at night. In the end, my brother and I both refused to sign the holiday cards that were sent out. This was significant because we usually wrote long messages to some family members and friends. When the cards got sent out, I think it led to a lot of questions, though they didn't share the details with me. All I know was my mom said the cards didn't perform well and caused drama, and how she was disappointed my brother and me refused to sign the cards. My mom still brings it up all the time, and my brother left after the holidays, so I feel like no one's on my side. Was I the asshole for not signing the cards? Edit. Wow, I'm seriously overwhelmed by all of the support. It sounds dumb, but this is a strange high point for me in a shitty year. IDK, just the idea that strangers from all over the world took time to write such kind and compassionate words to me. It's especially really encouraging to hear from people who've gone through the same experience or know friends, family who have, and to know it gets better. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm not quite able to respond to everything, but I'm reading each and every comment. Also, people DMing me for photos of my face, sorry, that's not something I'm comfortable sharing. Not the asshole. The card didn't perform well? Unfortunately, it sounds like your mom may be more shallow than mine. Dad also sounds similar to mine in that he'd rather appease your mother's poor behavior instead of taking the time and energy to stand up to her. I can only hope your mother's anger at you and your brother is misplaced anger at herself for acting so. I can't settle on just one word.
Not the asshole. If you wanted to Photoshop the pic, that would be one thing. But your mom did it without asking you. That's wrong, and you're in your right to find it hurtful. Good to hear your brother has your back.
Not the asshole. It would be easier to appease my mom as she had meant it as a nice present to me. No, she meant it as a nice present to herself so she felt better. You have every right to be upset over this.
Wow, not the asshole. That's a really shitty thing for your mom to do. I'm guessing she's a bit superficial. Her comment about the card's performance solidifies that how other people view her family matters more than what the people in the family think, feel. I'm sorry you had to deal with that.
Not the asshole. Take new pictures with your brother, sign them and send them to the people you wanted to get her messages.
Clapping hands light skin tone, 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 clapping hands light skin tone. Fucking slow clap for your brother, the only decent person in your immediate family. It might be lame, but I'm proud of him. Not only is his head screwed on right about what is and isn't acceptable, but fought with your parents over it and stood by you and refused to sign. Also not the asshole.
Not the asshole, and your mom really fucked up here.
Not the asshole. So much not the asshole. Just joined this to say that you rock. Seriously. You have owned what's happened to you, and I'm sorry you got hurt, and you have the bravery to stand up and say, this is me, and I bet every part of you is absolutely stunning. In a world obsessed with some airbrushed lie of perfection, you are a beacon of sanity. Your sense of self-worth should be rooted in what an absolute boss you are, and to have stood up for wanting the true you to be represented is deserving of genuine admiration. Your parents should be proud of what a mature and special person you are. Also props to your bro. You have a good sibling there. I wish you a lifetime of having each other's back.
No way. Not the asshole. You have a right to feel the way you do, and I think you're being completely rational. Your mom is completely bowling through everyone's advice and dismissing your feelings. What a jerk she's being.
Not the asshole, that's a thoughtless if not cruel gift idea she had. You're beautiful the way you are and let no one tell you otherwise, dang it. I want to hug you and your awesome bro. Here's an internet hug. Not the asshole your mom is though. Her only appropriate response to you raising your issues was an abject apology and a long talk where she listened to you. Not to double down on it. The next time she tries to bring it up I'd say, this is a very painful subject for me. I'm not available to talk about your issues with my appearance any longer. Then change the subject and or leave. Find something you feel comfortable saying, then just repeat every time she starts. Good luck. You sound like you are thoughtful and mature.
Holy crap, your mom is significant other wrong here. What she did was disgusting. She doesn't need to fix you. She sounds cruel and nasty and like she cares more about looks than her family's happiness. Obviously she does. She would prefer to send her family a lie instead of handwritten messages from you and your brother. Which was definitely the right thing for you and him to refuse to do. She doesn't need to fix you. She should be happy with her beautiful daughter, scars and all. It's so illogical and I'm happy your brother has your back on this. Not the asshole. People don't sign family cards for way dumber reasons. I'm practically a forgery expert as the matriarch over here, but yours is very legitimate. As someone with a lot of obvious scarring myself, I would feel weird if someone photoshopped them out. It's as bad as changing entirely how your nose looks or increasing your boob size a few cups. Not the asshole. Your mother should have talked to you before she photoshopped your disfigurement out of the photo. You were completely justified in not wanting to sign the card.
Not the asshole. Your mother was clearly making choices to suit her own personal comfort, not yours. And despite offending you, she continues to make this about herself and her disappointment. It's too late to fix the card, but someone needs to tell her to knock this shit off, and if she won't take your feelings necessary, it should be your father. Dad seems to want to keep the peace, but it's your mom who is rocking the boat, not you, and the price of peace today will be a lack of any healthy relationship when between you and your folks when you are an adult. Not the asshole. That's really rude of your mom to do that. Very disrespectful to you and what you've been through.
Not the asshole. In my opinion, your mom shouldn't have done that, though I believe she thought she was doing good. She should have asked you first at least. I'm sorry this happened to you, but this is you now and people better accept you for who you are, scars included. Having scars is not offensive in any way. Why shouldn't people see you as you are? You don't need Photoshop. Also, it won't change what happened. I hope your mom finally understands how she hurt your feelings.
Not the asshole. That's really mean.
Not the asshole. It is natural to find that upsetting. Your face is your face, scars and all.
Not the asshole. Op and brother. It includes acquaintances and clients from my parents' work. I suspect this may be a part of the motivation behind the literal cover-up. Since there are people distant enough from the family that they don't know about the accident, it would spoil the perfect family image to just include the new face without explanation. Especially if this is at all related to a family business. For OP's mom, do you think she would be happy if someone photoshopped her own photo from 10 or 20 years ago? But, Mom, you looked so much younger, slimmer, better then. Don't you appreciate the effort we went through to do this favor for you?
Not the asshole 100%. But, just to clarify, and I really mean no offense. First-degree burns is red unblistered skin, second-degree blisters and swollen, third-degree is scarring. Do you mean third degree?
I know I am a bit late, but I have a dear friend with severe burn scars, and if I had heard this happen to her I would be absolutely disgusted. The erasure of who you are and what has happened to you is beyond insulting. It is not fair and deeply hurtful. Cannot believe a mother would do this to her kid.
Not the asshole at fucking all. That's really fucked up. You are you and don't need to change jack shit. That's weird as hell.
Not the asshole. I'm so sorry. That really rude of your mother's sad face, that wasn't right of her whatsoever. She has the right to be upset, but ultimately, she messed up and doesn't want to take accountability.
Not the asshole. She should have discussed it with you before just pulling the trigger on ordering the cards with your appearance altered.
Not the asshole. My daughter's has very large scars in one side of her face. This is who she is. I've never tried to hide them or remove them from pictures. I need to be accepting of them, so my daughter is accepting of them. She's almost 13, 9 years since she was hurt. She loves them, she's more unique and knows she's stronger than most people.
Not the asshole, and hats off to Big Bro knowing how wrong all of this was and calling out the insensitive parents.
Not the asshole. You and your brother are in the right.
Not the asshole.
NTA. Also just gonna say having dealt with similar disfigurements. Stay strong and remember to always love you.
Not the asshole. She's didn't do it to make you feel better. The cards are to make her feel better, to show off to her peers. You are no more than a prop to her, not a child she loves regardless of the packaging. I would be angry too, and you have every right to be.
Not the asshole. You have every right to present yourself as you are, survivor scars and all. People who truly care about you will embrace you. Parents need to get a grip.
No. You're not the asshole. How dare she do something like that for you when you don't want it? You should make a card up and edit something about her that she's shy, upset, concerned about, and then send it out. Oh mom, I thought you'd approve that I gave you bigger boobs. Or less fat. Or whatever would trigger her. She has some gall thinking that's the way to do it. You being able to handle something like that is huge, and having other people hide it like it's something to be ashamed of rather than a badge of freaking survival is a sad testament to their real thoughts.
Not the asshole. Your brother sounds amazing.
Ask your mom, why is it so important to you, that I have to look as if the crash never happened? Friends and family know I don't look like that now. Strangers who have never met me, will never see me looking like that. Have another conversation with your dad. Mention that it keeps being brought up, like it's a character flaw or designed to specifically upset or hurt your mom. Rather than as a reaction to your mother's action with the photograph. Tell him you feel like you're only allowed to react in ways that your mother approves of. You do need to resolve this, for your own peace of mind.
Not the asshole. Glaff your brother stood up for. I'm sure your mom probably was coming from a good place, but she got it so wrong.
Not the asshole. What's the metric for performing well? Do your cards have a link to measure engagement? Not the asshole. Mom is not apologizing? Kinda shitty. She is more worried about how they performed.
Well, tell her if fixing your face was so important, why hadn't she forked out the dough for cosmetic surgery yet? That'll be a fun conversation.
My brother, 20 male, was even more upset than me, and I heard him loudly arguing with my parents late at night. Way to go, big bro. I'm glad someone was on your side. Reading this made my stomach hurt, and I'm a total stranger. I can't imagine how much it hurt you for your mom to do this and for your dad to back her up. I'm so sorry. Your face is not something that needs to be hidden. People get scars. Life is tough as fuck, and sometimes our bodies show that. It's a weak, shallow person who thinks that scars need to be hidden. Not the asshole.
Of course not the asshole. Your mother should be ashamed of herself. I'm sure you're gorgeous even if you don't look the same as you used to, and you need to tell yourself, she had no right. That is your face and you were willing to have it on that card, and then she paid someone to fix it. That's a disgusting attitude. Completely second the idea of making a new card with your brother, he sounds awesome. Sending lots of hugs op heart. Not the asshole. Good for you. The people asking for pics, not so nice though. Keep smiling and living your best life.
Not the asshole. It's appalling that your mom would do that to you. Clearly looks and public appearance matters more to her. The fact that she did this to you, her own daughter, is just horrible. I'm so sorry. You have no reason to be ashamed of who you are or what you look like. You seem like, from this post, an amazing and beautiful young woman. Your mom was wrong to make you feel that way. Don't let anyone make you feel like you aren't beautiful because you are. Not the asshole, and I'm wishing you all the love and strength in the world. Growing heart smile.
God, this pissed me off. Ask her to sign a card with a picture of her age 21 because I thought you would like looking younger in the pics. Not the asshole, and you, a fucking child, are dealing with it better than an adult who should know better.
Not the asshole. I've got a severe skin disease. The high school yearbook team decided to Photoshop my eyelids and I hate it. I don't look like that, I've never looked like that, and it's in my senior yearbook, which is the pic they use for every freakin' reunion. I don't blame you in the least for being angry. You've adjusted to what happened, now your mom needs to as well. Her present sucked and she should have talked with you first about what you wanted mojo for dealing with her.
Not the asshole, you should make another one where you fixed your mum so she's much thinner and fixed your dad so he's got all his hair again or something and see how they like it.
Not the asshole. She was 100% doing that for herself, not you. Good for you and your brother for standing your ground. Involuntary changes in appearance can be a lot to deal with. I'm a 26F and had to shave all of my hair 2 years ago after a brain surgery, and it hit me real hard. Obviously not comparable to a car crash lol. But it can take time to come to terms with stuff like that, and I'm really proud of you for all the progress you've made.
Not the asshole. She said this would be better for me, as it wouldn't lead to people raising questions when they received the card from us. Not everyone we send the card to knows about my accident, since it includes acquaintances and clients from my parents' work. Who would this help, you or her? I don't feel like I have to answer this. All I know was my mom said the cards didn't perform well and caused drama. Your mom caused drama, because she didn't want any possibility of having to explain what happened to you. She spent money to hide what happened for whatever the hell reasons she could make up at the time. NTA your mom Don T approve your new face.
Not the asshole. My wife has similar story accident, not the insane mom.